Hey everyone, good morning. Thursday, James Azar here with the CyberHub podcast practitioner brief. I hope your week is going good. I know mine has been really busy, a lot of things happening right now in the realm of cyber. We have a lot to cover on our practitioner brief today, but before we get started, first of all, go to cyberhubpodcast.com and sign up for our practitioner brief. You can get all the information you need right there with all the links to all the stories we talk about. We highlight 3 stories. Our practitioner brief shares them in far more detail, gives you some of the takeaways of that story so that you're able to really maximize your understanding of it and how it can impact your operations within your security team and within your company. So again, cyberhubpodcast.com, go there, get that. We're all set. Now let's get into our practitioner brief, where we start off where Twilio exposes an SDK where attackers inject it with a malvertising code. Twilio today disclosed that its TaskRouter.js SDK was compromised by attackers after they gained access to one of its misconfigured Amazon AWS S3 buckets, which left the SDK path publicly readable and writable for roughly 5 years. This has been something that's been going on since 2015. According to an incident report published by Twilio today, the attackers injected the malicious code only within version 1.20 of the TaskRouter.js SDK library used by customers to route tasks to agents or processes via the Twilio Task Router attribute-based routing engine. The company says that its security and product team replaced the malicious TaskRouter.js SDK library and secured the S3 bucket within an hour after initially being alerted of the attack. Twilio says that it's found no evidence of attackers gaining access to any customer information or data, and the attackers also were not able to access any of Twilio's internal system code or data as well. Cloud is a very complex issue. The CISO for Twilio is a good friend of the show, Steve Pugh, a really all-around great guy. So well done in responding to this, and we really know that you'll be able to, you guys at Twilio with your leadership will be able to bounce back from this and really do continue to succeed there as well. Again, these guys are victims of a crime, folks. We're not going to sit here and talk about what went wrong or what went right. There is a lesson to be learned here, which is one, consistently and always audit your cloud. A lot of these incidents that are going on right now are due to cloud, and since COVID-19, the numbers of organizations transitioning to the cloud is at record pace, and it's being done at record speed, which is going to lead to more situations like this, folks. So if you're in security and you're in the cloud security team, really start focusing on mapping your cloud infrastructure and architecture and data. These mapping tools really do help in avoiding situations like this one, although this one's been going on for 5 years, way before Steve Pugh joined Twilio, but nonetheless, something that's been happening for quite some time there. Our second story of the day is where Lazarus Group surfaces with an advanced malware framework. The North Korean linked APT has debuted an advanced multi-purpose malware framework called MATA to target Windows, Linux, and Mac OS operating systems. Kaspersky and researchers uncovered a series of attacks utilizing MATA, involving the infiltration of corporate entities around the world in a quest to steal customer databases and distribute ransomware. The framework consists of several components, such as a loader, an orchestrator, and plugins. And according to the artifact in the code, Lazarus has been using it since spring of 2018. As far as victimology, known organizations hit by this framework have been located in Germany, India, Japan, Korea, Turkey, and Poland, indicating that the attacks are really widespread. The North Koreans are obviously at wit's end financially. They're going to be doing a lot more ransomware attacks in order to flow money to that regime. And our final story for today, before we break for the weekend, folks, is the critical SharePoint flaw dissected. RCE details are now available. Details are now available for exploiting a critical security vulnerability that affects Microsoft SharePoint, increasing the risk of attacks on unpatched system. In a technical blog post this week, there's a wide explanation of how the bug actually works and how a low privileged user can leverage it to run arbitrary code remotely on target SharePoint endpoint servers. The flaw received a tracking number CVE 2020-1147, severity 9.8 out of 10, and also impacts the .NET framework and Visual Studio. Microsoft did release a fix in this month rollout of security updates. If you haven't done so, make sure you do so now. Microsoft does credit Alexander Myrosh from Micro Focus Fortify, Jonathan Birch of Microsoft's Office Security team, and Marcus Wolf for discovering this specific CVE. That's it for our practitioner brief here today, folks. Make sure you go to cyberhubpodcast.com and register there to get our PDF in your inbox daily. We do appreciate your support. If you are listening or watching, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, and give us a review, please. And comment below if you want us to do more stories. If you care about something more than the other, you can comment below. You can reach out to us on our website through our Contact Us and feedback page, or you can do it through any of the social media channels we have, CyberHub Podcast. Make sure you check out our CISO Talk channel if you haven't yet. Great conversation this week with Maria Thompson, the Chief Information Security Officer for the state of North Carolina, around government response to COVID-19 from a cyber perspective and the layout of the infrastructure. North Carolina is the capital of banking in the U.S. And so we had a great conversation. If you haven't subscribed to our CISO Talk podcast, please do so now. Until next week, we'll be back on Monday with so much more. Until then, folks, enjoy your weekend. Have a great time. And most importantly, stay cyber safe.